Central New York Conservancy was found to help maintain and take care of the Olmsted designed gardens in Utica and Central New York. The Olmsted firm designed Central Park and the Green Necklace around Boston and actually hundreds of open spaces in the East Coast at the turn of the 19th century. So the Central New York Conservancy was established to help Utica take care of its Olmsted parks, which is F.T. and T.R. Proctor Park, Roxwell Conkling Park, and the Parkway. But other parks too. It's not just those, but those parks in particular. What happened for us in the 1900s, where hundreds of trees were planted and very well planted and designed, are now fading away. The decay has taken some of the old and they have become dangerous. And so the Conservancy is doing two things at the moment. One is it's removing the hazard trees in the parks and Parkway, and it's reestablishing the new canopy for the future. And that's what you were seeing this year in the Arbor Day weekend planting. What we're seeing now is the removal of hazard trees that at any time, any point in time, under stress, without any stress, can fall down and hurt the people who are enjoying the parks. You're seeing park benches chained to trees that are literally ready to explode. They're at the threshold of what they can maintain and they're about ready to collapse. So in cleaning up the dangerous trees, we then have to reestablish the canopy for the next generation. The canopy would then be the cooling, it would be stormwater, sequestering carbon. It's good for the carbon footprint for the city to reduce its carbon by growing trees and tying the carbon up for long periods of time. All the benefits of trees. Actually, a street under the shade of a tree will last 60% longer than a street without trees. So as the trees die in the city, the infrastructure fails. It puts stress on the blacktop, it puts stress on the stormwater, it puts stress on everything that we're trying to maintain. We're trying to restore to the Olmsted list and modify it to the point where we're not planting an American elm, which will get Dutch elm disease or phloem necrosis, but we're doing the Asian American cross by bringing in the Asian part of it. It's resistant to Dutch elm disease, resistant to phloem necrosis, resistant to elm leaf beetle. So by getting that resistance into the tree and then having the form of the American elm, we're planting a better tree. Same thing with the oaks. We're replanting the oaks, the red oaks, the sugar maples, red maples, ginkgos. We're getting them from this latitude. So we're going down to Schichtel's Nursery, which is outside of Buffalo. So it has the same weather that we have. We're picking them up bare root, which is to say the dirt's been taken off of them, easy to handle, easy to transport, a lot less money than bringing something in with a ball of earth on it. It's dipped in gelscape so the roots don't dry out, but they have to be handled relatively quickly. It's immeasurable what 11 tree companies did for the city in cleaning up the hazard trees in the parks last year and this year. So in partnership with Dave, we're always working with Dave, because we don't own the land. The city owns the land. We're partnering up because we're so much better funded than the Parks Department.
With the city being in a financial crisis for over the last several years, the Conservancy has really stepped up their efforts to help us with grants and other monetary abilities that they have to help us maintain part of the park system that is probably a big draw on my budget as it is. So with that, we're able to do a little bit more than what we were able to do before with just my budget. Now I can combine both budgets of the Conservancy and the city's parks budget. They also have set up a maintenance program for the monuments and both Proctor Parks to help the city maintain and ensure the long-lasting beauty of the park system. As you know, money does not grow on trees.
We had 4 or 5 crews out that day. We had ROTC from Notre Dame, 2 groups from ROTC Proctor. We had some Utica College students. All those kids under the supervision of either Mike Mahan or myself, both certified arborists with the Conservancy. Last year when we had a crew planting for Arbor Day, the next week they went out and planted 60 trees on the Parkway for Master Chief Williamson, and it was the 10 kids I had with me were then the group leaders for that 60 tree planting. So that's an example of teach somebody and then they go teach 10 other people.